What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. Now, I know you're probably looking at my this angle and everything. It's like, whoa, what happened here? What's the deal? I rearranged and everything. I'm still trying to figure out because the way I have my desk laid out right now is not the best. But anyway, today we're going to be reviewing Hostel 2. Part 2. So I reviewed the first Hostel a while ago, and I've been meaning to review the other two movies in the series, so I figured let's go ahead and do that now. That being said, let's go ahead and read the synopsis for Hostel 2, Part 2. Okay. Three young American women traveling abroad in Rome decide to take a weekend excursion. Is that the word? Lured from their intended destination, a beautiful acquaintance. The woman anticipates. Is that right? I don't know. Convinces them to stay at a luxury spa instead. That's a better way of saying that. They become pawns in a grisly game designed to entertain wealthy deviants around the world. That's all I'm gonna say. That without much spoilers. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the movie itself and what I thought about it. So, right off the bat, coming off of the first Hostel, because from what I knew about Hostel going into it is that it was a pretty gritty, not, I don't know if I use the word gritty, a pretty gory, I guess, film, and pretty like a lot of torture, very like hard to watch scenes. But when I watched the first Hostel, like, I didn't think it was that bad with its gore and all that stuff. I didn't think it was that bad in comparison to some other movies I've seen. But going into this one, so I already have my expectations in that regard lowered. But I think in at least in the effects department, especially in one scene, they definitely do really good at making it a little more uncomfortable, I'd say. And honestly, I think the main characters, the leads, they are a much more likable characters, and I guess a lot more enjoyable to watch. Than the guys from the first movie. I think we also get to see a little bit more into the the Elite Hunting Club. We get to see like another angle. Like there's like two storylines going on that, like, obviously our main characters, and then also these two guys that are paying to do the torturing and all that. So it's interesting to see like an inner workings of how this hunting club thing works, which was really interesting. I think really brought the movie a extra element. That being said, though, a lot of the characters, some of the characters are pretty generic. I'm not really sure like how one of the characters that one of the characters that that die in the movie, it really it was hard to watch because of just the character. She's just a sort of sweet character and everything to watch what happens to her happen to her. I'm not trying, I don't want to, it's an old movie. It came out in 2007. But overall, I think this movie is a very, I don't know. If you were definitely a fan of good practical effects and gore, I think you're gonna enjoy this. If you enjoyed the first Hostel, I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy this one. I would say this movie is not for everyone, because it does have a bit of like it says, that shock value stuff to it. I really think you have to. It's very much an acquired taste, I guess would be the way to describe it. If For this type of movie. Um, Fun little fact: one of the guys that does the torture, he's funny because he plays. Well, now he plays Doc Brown in the Back to the Future musical. So I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know why, but that's just something I noticed. I was like, I recognized him and everything, and it was interesting. It's one of those movies where, like, I don't know. It's one of those ones that are hard. I kind of have a similar thought process to when I reviewed Saw. Um, when I reviewed the Saw movies, I kind of had a similar mindset. Like, it's kind of hard to talk about this movie in comparison to, like, all the others. It's hard to find what to say specifically about the movie. But just because I can't think of what really else to say really about it, let's go ahead and jump to the Rotten Tomatoes score. Um, Sorry. Uh, Critics give this movie a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences give it a 39, which personally doesn't surprise me. Like I said, the movie is very much an acquired taste. I guess I don't know. It's definitely not for everyone. Some of the acting, I feel like it could have been better, but like some of the performances are just a little confusing to me. I think I don't know why I'm looking over here. No, the camera's right there. I don't know. There's just a lot of interesting elements to, like. I don't know. It's a really hard movie to talk about. I don't really know what to really say when it comes to this movie. But Hostel 2, though, I think, like I said, if you enjoyed the first one, you'll enjoy this one. If you hated the first one, this one's not going to convince you. But I think it has good practical effects. I think there's a nice twist in this. I think it's an all right twist. Um, and I think it keeps you on the edge for some when the stuff starts to ramp up. And we get to, like I said, we get to learn a little more about the. I do say the movie this is a little bit of a slow burn at points, like, and it also has you guessing, like, oh, is this person involved at points? It's interesting, I'd say, nonetheless. I don't really know. It's just like, I don't know. It's one of those movies where it's kind of hard for me to talk about. I don't really know exactly what to say. It's one of those movies, you know. It's I don't know. I don't know. But I am gonna review the second one, the third one as well. Um, but yeah. Oh, I didn't give my rating. I feel like a solid 3 out of 5 is a good spot. It's not a bad movie, but I don't think it's anything. I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard to. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That it's a 3. It's a 3 out of 5. this is this movie's all over the place in my head for some reason. I don't know why. It's I don't know. This movie is just odd to just talk about. I feel like I can talk more about the third one more than I can this one. I don't know. It's interesting though. Oh, wait, I do have something else. I do kind of like how they it definitely feels like sometimes you get a sequel for a movie where, like, it definitely does, like, doesn't feel like it's a sequel to this, or it feels like it's not trying to connect, but it really feels like it connects itself well to like the first one because it's the same place and similar thing. Oh, and there are some cool set pieces. I should have brought that up. There are some cool set pieces with like one where they're trying to chase this girl from like this, what is it, like a hot spring, I think. And that's a cool set piece. And I think the movie has an interesting end, I'd say, ending. But that's all I have to say. Really, this is a weird review for me to rack my head around. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.